Hello and welcome to the first ever daily updates of VoiceOver School. I'm Jesse Carroll. I'm a professional voice actor and coach, and I run a school community with 231 professional voice actors in there of different levels. Some people are just getting into voiceover. Some people are just going full time. Some people are winning awards, and some people are on their way to earning even six figures and signing with major agents. So what I thought would be helpful for you guys in YouTube land was I'm just going to go over some of the questions that were posted today in VoiceOver School and see if I can give some of that knowledge back to you. I know not everybody can afford coaching, so this is my give back to you, answering the questions that I think are most helpful for you today. And I'm not posting their names because I haven't asked them. I'm just posting the questions and comments that I think are most helpful for you guys. Okay, so we're going to start off just by talking about a couple wins here. It says, everything is stacking up in my third month of voiceover, and I've been awarded my second job today. Congratulations, 2 jobs in one day. Each month, my stats have been improving. My first month, I got my first job after 96 auditions and only had 2 shortlists. It's funny how that works, right? You think you get more. I always try to shoot for a 5 to 10% shortlist rate if you can. But at the end of the day, not everybody shortlists the people they hire, as you can see. 96 auditions to book your first job is good. It took me 250 auditions to book my first job. And we all know how that ended up after that. So just because, let's say it took you 400 plus auditions to book your first job, doesn't mean it's going to stay like that. This person here, and I'm not showing their names right now because I'm not asking if I can post these questions, so I'm keeping everybody anonymous because they deserve their right to privacy in VoiceOver School. And I think these questions that I'm posting, I think they'd love for you guys out there in YouTube land to hear about it because it's going to help you out a lot. Let's see, the second one was after 380 auditions after the 96, so it took a little longer. I kept pushing and learning as much as I could, and I'm seeing improvement as I go. Everyone has been so supportive and helped me grow, so thank you. I'm excited to see what the future holds for all of us. We've got this. This is the kind of attitude you want to have, and I know that this isn't a question. I like to start off with wins just to, give you guys motivation and show you what's actually possible in a short period of time. Having the right mental attitude about voiceover is so crucial. If you're just going at this thing and you're just frustrated every single day and you're kind of taking a wrong turn down to negative town, things are going to be rough for you. Even if you're booking, things are going to, it's supposed to be enjoyable. It's voiceover. If you're not enjoying this, why are you doing it? Going through voiceover and taking bumps along the way and getting frustrated, it's just a rite of passage. It happens to everyone. It happens to me. It happened to me this year. I went through kind of a weird slump after the baby was born. It's fine now. It always works out. So just stay positive. Next win, and then we'll jump into the questions. This is one of the senior members of VoiceOver School. 4 jobs in one day. Yes, you read that right. Today I booked 4 jobs in one day. One was a private invite to which I was hired immediately after auditioning. Second photo, I didn't post the photos. So I guess they didn't know how to book me directly. The first time I've been booked for something that wasn't public. The bottom gig in photo 2 just hired me and do 2 more scripts for them. I'm so overwhelmed with joy right now. I guess this roadmap Jesse laid out really does work if you stick to it. Just in regards to that, the roadmap that I lay out in VoiceOver School and that I tell you guys on my main channel, Jesse Carroll Voiceovers, if this is the first time you're seeing me, I've got another channel with like 25,000 subscribers, and I've got a ton of voiceover content free for you to learn how to do it. And I map it out there for you. And it's a simple plan, deceivingly simple because it does take some hard work. But if you follow it, you will get to your goal. If you keep a positive attitude and as Ethan here says, keep grinding. I hope this serves motivation to others to keep grinding. Things flip on their heads so quick in this business. Don't get down on yourself, push through. Before this, I hadn't booked anything in a whole month. And these are my first gigs on VDC since June. So, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm glad to see, that many bookings in one day. Now, should I take classes with him? I actually responded with that to that comment inside the community. Let's see here. You win some, you lose some. Just got to Melbourne, Australia, not Melbourne, Florida. They call it Melbourne. Just got to Melbourne, where I live, part of the year, and booked a job on V123 at 11 p.m. my time while I was slumbering away. Woke up at 5 a.m. to text and emails from the producer saying, "Client loved my voice for these spots. Could I get them today or tomorrow morning?" Still 3 p.m. her time when I responded, but haven't heard back. Que sera, sera. That's going to happen. So we don't know the end result. Sometimes, you'll deal with a client and they're in such a hurry. We need it right away, right away. Radio silence. You don't hear from them for a week. And now all of a sudden they need it right away again. Projects get put on hold all the time, but whenever they need you, it's always in a hurry. That being said, if this is a project where it does go away and this person doesn't get it, it's not that big a deal. This is a win. Chalk it up as a win. Always disappointing, especially if there was some serious money behind this, but it happens all the time. I've lost many jobs because I didn't answer quick enough, which is imperative in voiceover. You want to answer those messages right away, and you want to make sure you have good availability. We kind of get the cold and handcuffs in voiceover. You don't have to be available, but if you don't have great availability and, when you're traveling to Australia or living part of the year there, if you're not available at US times, probably going to lose some jobs. But, they were going to pick you. There's a silver lining to this. Bam! Here we go. Quick question. Is the recording typically done only by the client, or do both the client and the voiceover talent record the session? So in a live directed session, you want to be recording on your end as well, always. The only time they're going to record on their end is if you're doing something like Source Connect or Session Link Pro, something like that, where you're connected with the studio and they're recording on their end, but always record on your end as well, even if they say it's okay. Because chances are, not chances are, but sometimes there's a dropout and it might have been the best take ever. And if something on their end screwed up, there was a glitch, and then you don't have a backup for it, everyone's gonna be super disappointed. So make sure you're recording on your end. This is a great one. I even put my response here too. Bear with me. This is the first video. I'm gonna master this and get my OBS switches, and I got a Stream Deck and all this stuff working. We're gonna give you guys some killer voiceover content. Good afternoon, super new member to this community. Trying to learn how to grow, get better, and book. What did you do to help in the beginning? I'm having such a hard time being natural. I will be on this Thursday's coaching with Jesse, but I'm trying to get all info and take in and test. Right now, my big goal is slowing down while I'm speaking and getting the combo read. Being natural is one of the hardest things when you start voiceover, which is funny because you do it all day long. But as soon as somebody puts a script in your face, you try to put on an announcer voice. Dave Beeson, the author of Authentic Commercial Voiceover, if you haven't read that book, get it. It's amazing. It's so clear and it's so simple. It's the best way to get that authentic commercial voiceover read that I've ever come across. It'll give you a set of tools and steps to be able to get it. And one of those steps is what I wrote here. I think one of the biggest differences is going to be reading out loud 30 minutes a day. That's what Dave recommends, because when you first start reading, you can't read and think and interpret and talk at the same time very well. It's kind of like driving standard. At first, it's like kind of clunky, then you get used to it. And the only way to get better at it is to practice. So in the beginning, you're not going to get that many auditions, and you don't want to read scripts all the time. So I'm not sure what Dave recommends to read. He says 30 minutes out loud. I like reading poetry or Shakespeare because it's enjoyable, but also it's kind of foreign to most people. It's difficult language, and it's not, it's written in a way that we don't necessarily speak every day. Because when you read voiceover scripts, oftentimes they're not written conversational, but they want you to make it sound conversational. So pick something hard like poetry or Shakespeare. Read out loud 30 minutes a day and try to make it sound like it's coming out the top of your head. And this person already knows that they're talking too fast, so practice slowing down. Oh, I forgot to switch while I was saying it. This is a comment I made. Well, they posted demos. And I'm not going to play the demos for you because, again, I don't want to do a breach of privacy here. But this is my feedback on one of the demos. It was fantastic. This person had posted a demo. They're an audiobook narrator, and they came into voiceover school to learn how to do more commercials and book more of that work because, well, commercials pay more than audiobooks, and they're way easier. A lot of their reads was, I could hear the audiobook sound in their voice. And it didn't take long. Like, they got it now. This read was fantastic. A lot of the times when you see a script, let's see here. Let's go commercial automotive. Okay, so you see how this is written? Most people, when they read this, will go, when you think of BMW, what comes to mind? Precision engineering, exquisite design, unmatched driving pleasure. BMW is all that and so much more. It's not just a brand, it's a symbol of innovation, excellence, and passion that has defined automotive history for over a century. But if you were really truly saying this, the only reason, and yeah, I just kind of said the words, I didn't perform it at all, but the reason that we'll say these things straight through without pausing or thinking about it is because the words are right in front of us. But in real life, you would be thinking before you talked, and that's what this person did so beautifully in their demo that they posted. They were thinking. So it would be more like, when I look at this here, it says, when you think of BMW, what comes to mind? But what are you responding to? Are you responding to a question somebody's asking you? Do you have to think about this question? What if you were going to ask a different one? So then it comes out more natural. Like when you think of BMW, what comes to mind? Precision engineering, exquisite design, unmatched driving pleasure. BMW is all of that and so much more. And you see how I paused there? BMW is all of that and so much more. Like you're trying to discover the words, like you're thinking of the words. It's so important to do. It's like you got to trick yourself. You can't fake it. Otherwise, it's going to sound like it's a gimmick. You really got to see the words and then think about them. And it's like a mind. You got to like actually process them through your mind. But we do that all day in real life. Right now, you can hear me thinking of what I'm going to say next. And there's like a slight hesitation. And it's so tricky in voiceover because that slight hesitation can come across as unconfident. So you got to be careful. It's like a spice. You want to throw it in, but practice it. You know, when you see a script just like this, and you see like a long run-on sentence, like let's see, from the roar of a powerful engine on an open highway to the seamless integration of cutting-edge technology in every detail, BMW sets the gold standard for driving. That's a really long sentence. Dave Beeson says punctuation's bullshit, and I agree with it. So how would you break this up? From the roar of a powerful engine on an open highway to the seamless integration of cutting-edge technology in every detail. BMW sets the gold standard for driving. See? You don't have to say it straight through, and you don't have to say all the words like you know what's coming. In Meisner, they say every line is the last line, meaning that you don't anticipate what comes next. In voiceover, I'd like to think it's the same thing. Let's see here. Let's go back to where we were. Yeah, so what I literally said was all that. This is excellent. This is a commercial. You don't sound like an audiobook narrator in this at all. This is great. Lots of personality, very conversational. I like how you take time to think about the words. Not only voice actors do that, a lot of voice actors read words as is, and they forget that in real life, you have to think about what you have to say. So you kind of have to mimic that in voiceover. Not mimic, like actually do it, actually process it. Because we see the words in front of us as VOs, but we don't have to say them like we see them in front of us. So that is the daily update. The next thing I'm going to do today, just a little update on me. I did 42 auditions today, and I coached one private student, and I did a group coaching, and I also am about to unleash my first AI. I made an AI for the community. It's actually, I'll just show you a preview of what this thing is. So this is an AI assistant for voiceover school quoting and negotiation. I made this for everybody in voiceover school, and I'm about to drop it on their butts right now. Some of them know it's coming, but this is so cool because it's trained on the GVA rate guide and negotiation skills as well from like emails that I've done and some books I really like, and it's trained. So I can put in things like, watch this. I'm going to need a quote for a 30-second commercial for TV, radio, actually, let's just say all media. There's going to be a 60-second as well. And then I'm going to have 2 15s and 3 6-second cut downs. I need a quote for this for 2 years. They wanted in perpetuity, but I think we can get them down to 2 years. Can you give me a quote for that and tell me the best way to negotiate it? How much easier is this going to make your life? And it tells you all the numbers straight up, so you don't have to go and look and through the GVA rate guide. And it gives you the low, the middle, the high. That's how I trained it. 2 years, national, all media, 7 deliverables. And then it gives you the email, and then it gives you negotiation tactics for it. Anchor high, open closer to 17, then let them negotiate you down to 12 to 14 mid-range. Anyway, you get the picture. You can do this with anything. This is my gift of voiceover school, and that's what I'm giving. So that is my daily update for today. Do me a favor, because we just started this channel today, and at the moment we have 0 subscribers. Maybe by the time this video ends, I've got a couple, but go ahead and subscribe. Check out my other channel. There'll be links in below, and if you're interested in voiceover school, there's a link below for that as well. Other than that, I've been Jesse, and we will see you in the next daily update. Thanks for checking it out.